Another influencer I like to follow is they just call her the dense bean salad girl. Have you guys heard of her?
Yeah, I've heard of the dense bean salad. Yeah.
So I love these, and I do sometimes make some of those, and I just put them in little mason jars just for the week as well. But it's like she normally has like a couple types of beans. She makes like a dressing that lasts all week, some vegetables. She's got some with chicken, some with steak, like different flavor profiles, and they're delicious. I love them. I made them for dinner once, and my husband and one of my kids didn't like it because they're like, why would you cut up a steak and put dressing over it, mix it in with beans? They were sad that I ruined their steak. But I liked it a lot. So
that's too funny. They're
like,
you've disgraced the cow.
They're like, next time just serve the steak by itself and serve that on the side. I'm like, next time you can cook dinner.
Yeah, I think I could. Welcome to the Bloom Era. Join Marie, Michelle, Vita, and Michelle, 4 lifelong friends, on our journey through perimenopause. We'll share our stories, insights, and laughter as we embrace this new stage of womanhood. Let's bloom together. Why am I so nervous?
Welcome to the Bloom Era podcast, and we are with the Bloom ladies, and we are talking about our recent pause project that we have been doing. We've been working on intentionally building and putting habits in our lives that are going to help us get through perimenopause and menopause and end up with us just having an amazing older age experience. And so we've got 7 habits that we've been talking about. Today, we are going to talk about fiber and how we're going to get more fiber in our diet and why it's important for us, particularly at this stage in the game. So,
yeah,
Michelle.
So I think fiber is one of those things that we don't really think about when we're thinking about like the nutrients we need. We think about protein, of course, but like fiber was one. And I started doing this a little before I did the pause. I was like, I'm not getting enough fiber unless I intentionally do it. So I made sure protein and fiber are the 2 things I tracked, and it made a world of difference without tracking anything else. So first, we'll kind of talk about like, why is fiber important? And there's a lot of reasons, but what do you guys think of when you think of fiber? Like, what happens?
Salad.
Yeah, no. Like, what happens
regular.
when you eat?
Pooping. I love
exactly.
pooping.
Exactly. So it makes your bowel movements more regular. It also keeps you full because it takes longer to digest. So it helps regulate your weight because you're eating less. So I know we've talked about this. When you're eating enough protein and enough fiber, you're not hungry. So you're not eating more empty calories. It also can lower your cholesterol. It helps maintain your blood sugar levels. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about like dressing your carbs. So if you make sure you eat, before you eat something carby, if you eat protein and fiber beforehand, your blood sugar doesn't spike and then drop. So you just have like a more regulated blood sugar. So
did not know that.
Yeah, so you should not eat bread at the beginning of your meal, but if you want to have some at the end or have your dessert, have it after you have your vegetable, your fiber-rich vegetables, and after you have your protein, and your blood sugar stays more regulated.
So, Charlie's is trying to kill America.
They are all trying to kill us. Yes, it's so true. Like, just, you want the roll, eat the roll, but after
you've had your...
Yeah.
Oh.
It's epiphany for Marie.
It also reduces your risk of heart disease and of a lot of types of cancer, which is huge because I think a lot of cancers are rising in younger people. And I think our fiber, if you looked at Americans' fiber intake over the last century, I'm sure it's plummeting. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a huge thing because it just keeps everything moving. So you're not keeping anything in your system too long. So it's helping clean out your system. So
that is why. I love knowing why. That makes it so much better for me to like.
And there's been a recent study in perimenopausal and menopausal women that it helps fight depression. I don't understand the science behind that, but it's another reason.
We can make one up.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there is some. And I'm sure scientists have their hypothesis, but I don't know what it is.
Interesting. Just maybe better health overall helps with depression.
That's probably it. Like, maybe you're depressed because you're not pooping enough.
Yeah. Something
it's true.
blocked.
You're holding it all in emotionally and nutritionally.
But so when you think of fiber, there's 2 main types. There's soluble and insoluble. So the soluble is the kind that dissolves in water and it slows down your digestion of carbohydrates. So that's what's going to help with the blood sugar, and that's what's going to help you feel full longer. So you find that in foods like bananas, apples, beans, pears, potatoes, oats. And then insoluble is like your roughage. So that retains the water and it's what helps everything move through your digestive system. So that's what's going to assist with your bowel movements.
I love, y'all love good bowel movements.
Okay, so let's talk about bowel movements. Since you guys have been doing this challenge during the challenge when you were more intentional about your fiber intake, did you notice a difference? Because I did.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
I did. I even opened up ChatGPT one day after I had just there are times when they just feel so good. And I was like, is there a reason that a good poop feels so good? And it was like, there's a gut link, gut brain link. And they were like, they think it could be that. And it just that feeling of like releasing toxins, like it makes sense why it's almost emotional. Y'all don't cry? Have that? I mean,
did you shed a tear? The poop was so good.
Pour one out for my homie.
It feels like you're describing sex, quite honestly. But is that kind of how it was? It feels the same level of like euphoric,
like your body feels like relaxed afterwards. Yeah. Like, do y'all not have those kind of poops?
Kind of like when you have a finish cleaning your house and you sit down at the night. You have like, maybe it's like you cleaned house.
There it is.
You're just like,
that's probably what it is. But yeah, it's
there's just light a candle, after you clean
I should have.
Mark would appreciate more candles.
I think I do get it though. Sometimes it's just like total. Yeah, it's like very satisfying.
Yeah,
versus
especially like a nice, easy, like
clean and just like done.
Yeah.
Versus the ones where you feel like halfway you went, and I hate those. It's like
they're the worst. And so I mean, I just love a good poop. So I'm like, my carrot for fiber is strong in the brain. I'm like, put an avocado on one of those high fiber wrap thingamajiggies, and I'm like, go to town. But anyway, so I just love a good poop.
No, I agree. And I struggle when I'm on vacation. And I was not like this. I remember when we went to Europe and somebody, was it you?
I used to not love poop this much.
Poop. and I was like, it's so weird. Like, just poop, whatever. Now, like, if I'm at a hotel room with my family, I can't poop. If my husband doesn't go to work, like, I need, like, I'm like, you've been home too much. I need you to go to work so I can poop. Like, leave the house. Like, it's so weird.
Wow, it's like tied to your nervous system or something.
I have 4 bathrooms in this house, and I
can't. You can go hide. And poop.
I know, but I can't. Like,
wow. You don't poop in front of your husband?
No.
Me either.
I've been married 20 years.
You never pooped in front of your husband?
No.
What's the closest of pooping proximity do y'all have? Like,
okay, so it's really annoying, and I think that's part of my problem in this house is our bathroom doesn't have a door for, like, I like it, the water closet. I like where there's a door just for that, and there's not. But I mean, I've got other toilets I could go to, but it doesn't. So it's not, like, I hate when anybody walks into the bathroom and, like, or you have to walk through the bathroom to get to the closet. So, like, don't go in the closet if I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So you have to shut down a lot of lanes of traffic to go poop. Like,
I mean, there's one door I could shut, but my kids don't. I mean, my kids are always coming in and talking to me. Like, I pooped in front of my kids. But
just not your husband. No. Have you seen your husband poop?
No. Well, I mean, I've like walked in that bathroom and I'm like, I don't stay in there. I don't like talk to him while he's pooping.
Do y'all talk to him?
You guys poop together?
No, not together. But it's not a big to do, I guess.
The special Kama Sutra position.
They have 2 toilets.
They face each other.
It's like when your kids are potty training, the little toilet they sit on while you're.
No, I mean I don't. It's not going to stop me. Like if he's in the bathroom, and
you don't just stop.
Go,
you don't just shut down if.
No, like I meant like if he's in the, like we have the water closet as well, like for the toilet, but we don't always shut it. So and it's fine. I mean,
no, I will shut the door to pee.
Oh no,
yeah,
I won't even pee where he can see me.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. You signed up for this, buddy. Like you get all of it. Like, yeah, I don't stop anything. I mean, I try not to poop when he's around, like distinctly, like in the room.
Yeah. But if I have to go and he's like in the closet or whatever, it's
so like in a hotel room, he'll just poop. Like my husband goes down to the lobby to poop.
Oh
no, in hotel rooms.
No, we will all poop like no problem.
We all pooping.
Yeah,
in the club, we all poop.
We all fail. The kids. Yeah, it doesn't matter if the kids are in there or the husband or we don't. I wouldn't go out of. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't go out of my way to like be private about it. I know this is so off topic, but it's a good topic.
I mean, it's related.
Yeah, I was gonna say, watch your fiber intake when you're going on vacation, because
no, I mean that's like I need to watch it when I'm on vacation. So I do you think that's better, why but I've gotten better. But there was a while where I would be like in pain by the end of a week because I had not pooped in a week.
Yeah, my mom, when we were in Europe, she was like, poop, Marie, poop. Like it kills her that because she'll poop wherever she needs. Like she's like, I do not keep that in my body. Like if it needs to come out, it needs to come out. And so it kills her because I won't put, so there was a couple years ago, I wrote a blog post about it, but I was doing really good at eating like whatever fiber in the morning. And so I got very regular, like 10 o'clock I'm poop. Like I'm not that regular. Like I'm not like time of day is consistent. But at this point in time I was. And like I pooped at the office for the first time. And I was like, I mean, I felt like the most free woman. Like, my entire body was like, this is freedom. Like I've never experienced freedom until now. Like I get to do whatever my body needs. I don't care that my boss is like.
Do y'all have men's and women's bathroom at your office?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it helps that everybody else is a guy. They're all the other bathroom.
Right. Huh?
You still didn't want to poop in the office?
I didn't want to poop. Oh, I was.
You were one of the few girls. I poop anywhere. If I have to go,
I love that.
it's Target.
That's what I mean. You drink water in the morning and you poop wherever.
Yeah.
See, I would poop at Target before I could poop in my office.
Okay. I could do, no.
We have to like, I'm not going to know who comes in after Target.
I see.
But.
Yeah, we have a bathroom at the office that's downstairs. And before this, if I had an emergency off-schedule poop, I would go down there. But once I got on that schedule and I knew what kind of, that was always my thing. I was like, is this going to be a crazy poop? Is this going to be a loud poop? I don't know. I don't know what my body is doing. I was like, but when I knew what my body was doing and the time it was doing it, I was like, I'm confident to poop.
See, I'm more worried about the toilet deciding it's not going to work.
Okay.
I'm confident in our bathroom toilets at the office. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I mean, I don't know. And most places are pretty industrial.
Yeah.
Like a gas station.
I'd be more worried about that than
Somebody
whatever
hearing
I'm
you.
doing. Yeah.
Right.
I've never thought about that. I mean, now it's like new fear crept in my
Do you
head.
guys know
You're unlocked.
we have been friends for however many years, and I'm not sure we've ever really talked about poop besides when Marie couldn't poop. And
Yeah.
And
Everybody's
you're-
worried about her health.
but it's so funny. Like I distinctly remember thinking like, whatever, just poop. It's not a big deal.
And then it
And then it,
new
then
fear
it,
unlocked for you. It's
Well, it's
contagious
not-
now.
20 years later.
But yeah.
This goes to show. But yeah, I think there, like you said, you had an emotional reaction to some of your poop. Like there is more
going on.
There's more going on than But eating enough fiber is a great way to make sure that your poops are not scary, that they're regular, that they're the right consistency. So what are you all's favorite fiber-rich foods? What's something that you guys like to eat that has a lot of fiber? How have you guys met your fiber goals for this challenge?
I mean, the days that, honestly, it was an avocado and that fiber tortilla. And I just and then I'd throw some like chicken or whatever on it. But I think because an avocado is like 12 or, it was
It's like 8 or 9. I think
Yeah,
it's a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I printed off
Half
this
an
list.
avocado. If you're eating a
a
whole,
whole avocado.
Oh, wow,
wow.
Yeah. Like I did a whole avocado.
is not listed on here.
But I mean, I think my thing said it was like 12 or something on
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Google.
a lot.
So yeah, an avocado and then those high fiber tortillas.
The low
like,
carb, high
yeah.
fiber.
It was like
tortillas,
what, 12? So
Yeah,
like
those
you
had
get
a lot.
24 grams just right off the bat. I was
Mhm.
done and done. So,
Fiber was another one that I kind of struggled with a lot. I think if I was getting 10 grams from food before we started thinking
Oh, wow.
about it, that'd be a good day. So I started adding like a bit of fiber supplement to my water to make sure that I was getting close to that. 20 grams is what I made my goal on our pause because I know even though 25 was kind of the minimum recommended, I knew I was nowhere near there and I didn't want to mess stuff up all of a
set
sudden
yourself
kind
for
of thing.
failure
And then,
too by getting an unattainable goal. Yeah.
So I was trying to say, okay, I'm getting about 10 from my food and probably mostly from like fruits. I'm a big fruit eater. I was like, let me try to get 10 from a supplement. So
is fiber something that gets modified with your surgery? I mean, like since you had your gastric surgery, or was that like eat as much as you can?
well, it's just the amount of food that I can take in is smaller. So, like before, if I could eat, 3 cups of this, now I'm like 1 cup kind of thing. So,
Gotcha. Yeah.
but again, I would probably just doing the fruits was mainly my thing, or like we like chili and stuff in our household has the beans, like the kidney beans and stuff like that. So that'd be one that we'll get stuff
Nice
like that.
amount of it.
But with the fruit, I know, Michelle, you've got a list of stuff, but like the fruit is like, you got to get a lot of volume in to get your fiber
You
in.
do.
Yeah.
You do. And then for things like the fruit and even avocados, you get like higher in your calories by
Yes.
having a lot of volume. And then even the beans, which I think that kind of surprised me because I always were like, oh, beans have such a good fiber. But half a cup of kidney beans is 6 fiber, which gets you on your way. But you can't just eat.
10's about where I'm at.
But you can't eat a bowl of chili and be like, oh, I have my fiber for the day. You have to be like intentional all day long. I do a lot. I make these like little protein cups or whatever each week. I just pick a different flavor. So a lot of times the base of those is coconut flour, or sometimes it's chia seeds, which both have a lot of fiber. I'll add psyllium husk to it, which has a ton of fiber, which a lot of those like fiber supplements that you put in your drinks are made with psyllium husk, but then they have other stuff in it too. So I just use the psyllium husk by themselves. So that's a good way to kind of like bulk up your fiber in addition to the beans and the fruit and the vegetables. And you can't say like, oh, I got all my fiber just from, the coconut flour and the husk and the chia seeds, and you're fine, because you need the fruits and vegetables for their phytonutrients and all that. So those are good for you too. It's like taking your vitamins. But it's hard to get it just from those other sources.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, oh, okay, I eat fruit. I like fruit too. But I was like realizing like an apple was like, what did you say, 4?
An apple is 3. I mean, one medium apple is 3.
Yeah, but even that's like, am I going to do 10 apples a day to get my 25? I'm not. So I was like, I didn't realize. And we eat berries quite a bit. I was like, that's even less. Like, I'm not going to eat a whole cup of berries in every meal.
And then the vegetables, you're like, oh, I'll just, I eat a lot of like, I'll have a big salad and stuff. But that doesn't, and we have a lot of broccoli and cabbage and stuff, but it is good. Like, it adds up. Yes. And I think that just shows like how important it is. And those are also high volume too. So they keep you full longer. And there's a lot of benefit to those, but you do have to be like we were talking about water, and drinking enough water during the challenge was something that came more natural to me. But fiber is something that I have to be very intentional about getting enough fiber. And I've noticed so many benefits from doing that. Like, just making sure I get enough protein and fiber over like 60 days, I lost like 12 pounds without counting anything else. I just like do that. And I think it's just because I'm filling myself up with more nutritionally dense foods that are doing great things for me, that I'm not snacking as much. So
yeah, I have noticed I've snacked less during the pause.
Are nuts on your list? Because I'm a big
nuts are another one.
Cashew, almond.
Yeah, those are another ones that are high caloric for the amount of fiber. I mean, they're still good for you. You just have to like, nuts or something.
Yeah, those are sometimes
nuts
like
are one of the only like snacky foods that I actually weigh out or measure out, just because it's so easy to overeat nuts, where it's not like, I'm not going to overeat broccoli, but I would overeat nuts. But yeah, it's kind of the same. Like a fourth of a cup of almonds had 3 fiber. Walnuts, a fourth a cup has 2 grams of fiber. So they're another one where, I mean, it is fiber, but you're not going to get your total day.
That's a good snack because it gives you that crunch that you're looking for, and the kind of the salty.
Chia seeds are where we're going. Look at
chia
that.
seeds. And then it's not listed on here, but psyllium husk is great. And the coconut flour is also not listed, but that's another good one. I also like chickpeas. Do you guys ever do roasted chickpeas?
Is that hummus?
Yeah. Yes. But you can buy them roasted, or you can roast them yourself. Just like put them in the oven until they get crispy, and you can put whatever seasonings you want on it. And those are delicious, and it's crunchy.
What do you do with them? I just
eat them like a snack.
Like a snack.
Like a snack. Like just.
We had that episode about protein, and I had tried some of that Premier protein. I know you mentioned it was pretty good, but it had like 6 grams of fiber in it. So some of these proteins are more like complete nutrition type drinks.
Like their source of protein is in there. Interesting.
I don't know. You mean the source of fiber that's in there?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because I was like, because I did the also tried the Fairlife, but I was like, it doesn't have any fiber.
Yeah, there's no fiber in that one. Yeah,
but some of the protein drinks that may be stacking your protein and fiber. May have some more fiber, or just mixing your psyllium husk into your protein. That's kind of what you do with your protein bowls.
So, and my husband, I like things to taste good. My husband literally just takes the psyllium husk and mixes it with water and chugs it down. And you have to do it fast, because otherwise it gets really like congealed and gross. But he'll like just do that.
I have a supplement that does that. Yeah. There's a warning on it that says if you don't drink it fast, there's a chance you might choke. I'm like,
and a lot of those supplements have like weird fillers and weird sweeteners too. Some of them are good, but you just have to be mindful of what else is in there. Some of them, like Metamucil, I think has like sugar in it too. So it's like, why are you having added sugar? So you just have to.
The one I'm using, it's the Kroger brand of Benefiber. So it's flavorless, because Metamucil always has that orange flavor. But it's got a probiotic in it as well. So try to, I guess, help with that gut stuff, similar with the fiber stuff. So I don't know.
But I need as much I think I'd be like Jeff. Like, I don't care how it tastes, honestly.
Just to
Like,
get
just
it, yeah.
get it done.
I
Like,
want that good poop.
I want that good.
Sacrifice-
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care. Like, but I do like that. I like anything that's just so much bang for your buck because it's less stuff I have to think about
Well, they
during
have
the day.
gummies too that you can do.
Yeah, but the
besides
psyllium husk
sugar.
is just cheap too. Like, and then you're not getting like, I hate when you put like the artificial flavors and colors and all that weird stuff that your body doesn't need when you can just have something natural.
So
And-
what do you put the psyllium husk?
So I make just different flavors. I put them in little Tupperware things or mason jars, and I'll put protein powder, almond milk. Sometimes I do blueberries, and then
almost like a little
coconut-
pudding cup.
Yeah, a
once,
little
once all
pudding
that's
cup.
congealed, it kind of
So I just
solids.
make like 5 of those on Sunday, and I'll leave them in the fridge, and I'll take one to work each day. I do one with like cold coffee, pumpkin puree, and that one I take cottage cheese and puree it up because that's more protein. I mix it like a pumpkin spice latte, puts cinnamon and chia seeds in that one. So those
Yeah.
are just
Those
Like
you
a
can
healthy-
do ahead of time.
Sounds
Yeah.
like healthier overnight oats.
yes, yeah. So it's called the Peachy Spoon, and she has all these blood sugar balancing recipes. So that's where I get all my ideas from. It's from her website.
Love it.
And then I bought
Love
her
it.
cookbook as well. And she always makes sure her big thing is like to balance your blood sugar. So you have enough protein and enough fiber in every meal. So she's got, breakfast, lunches, and dinners, and it's all about getting protein and fiber. So I found she's got like an Instagram and TikTok too you can follow, but I get tons of meal ideas from her.
I like it, but yeah, I like bang for your buck.
Is
on
quinoa
that.
in that same list?
Is what?
Quinoa?
That's a grain. So I'm sure it's
Okay.
got some fiber, but I don't know how much. I don't know if that's listed.
But with the carb balance stuff that Marie, have you tried that? I think they taste really good. Like the
The yogurt?
tortillas, the
yeah.
carb balance
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
They
They're
have a
good.
ton of fiber.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just don't do a whole lot of tortillas. Or,
Oh, you don't? I thought you
Mm-mm.
did like the little cheese and ham. Or that's more for your kids. 'Cause the
yeah, we'll do
roll-ups
the
and
cheese
stuff.
roll up things for them. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Here's
get the small
quinoa. So
ones.
quinoa, a half a cup just has 2 grams of fiber.
That's
So
not
quinoa's,
much. Yeah.
Super.
I mean, and it
Lentils
is
are pretty good.
Yeah,
Half a cup's got 6 grams of
Which
fiber.
one?
And lentils.
I've never
I love
had
lentil
lentils.
soup.
that was one
You've
of
never
the
had lentils?
Yep. Chat GPT put lentils on my pretend menu of give me this many. I have not cooked them.
I was gonna say, how do you like?
How do you
cook
like them?
Oh, they're easy to cook. It's like
Is it a soupy type?
I do it. Yeah, I do it soupy. You can have it more like on the side, but I always make it in a soup. So
Okay.
it was when my kids' school, when we were in El Paso, they had like family style meals, and a lentil soup was one of the ones. So it's like you have like carrots and vegetables in there, but it's mostly lentil based, and it's so good. There's different colored lentils
what
too:
kind-
red lentils, green
What
lentils.
kind of
but I think
flavor
they
and
all-
texture, I guess, or like is it kind of like a
They're
thin
kind of-
bean?
Yes,
Mushy.
it's mushy if you cook them. Like you can cook them a little less and have a little bite to it, but I like them mushy. But yeah, it's like a thin bean, I guess would be the way.
That's what they look like. So
Yeah. They don't have a lot of taste on their own. It's like
And a supplement.
yeah, it's
Your-
like whatever you put it in it. So like that's why I think it's good to like bulk up a soup or whatever. But
interesting.
none of you guys have had lentils?
I've had lentils. But I've never
You
cooked,
made 'em?
Yeah,
Mm.
lentils on my own.
sure I've had lentils in a soup.
I'm
sounds
sure
like
it's in a soup. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I've definitely never cooked them. But I bought them because Chat GPT said.
but you just haven't cooked it?
I wonder if you could do like a rice and lentils and rice kind of. Well, you don't. You said you guys don't cook a lot of rice.
I mean, I do make rice, but I don't. It's not like every day. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if I'm doing it right. I just make it. But I think that would be a good idea for
Yeah,
our
the
family
beans
to
and
like,
yeah.
just add it to a rice side or whatever. But how do you get your fiber in? Is there anything like your especially?
Well, like I said, we do eat those tortillas. I try to. We eat like avocados is kind of on our constantly on our shopping list. I like beans. I just don't cook a lot with them, but I like them. So I could probably try to do that more. But like the regular fruit, like apples and bananas, we eat. So I'm probably and like some of the like bagels or something like that. We'll do that. But that's what I was saying. Like when I actually started tracking it and realized like a lot of the foods that I ate because I was all like kind of low calorie, high protein kind of diet. I was like, I'm not getting any fat. So when I added it, I realized I'm adding a lot more calories as well. So I need to figure out a way to kind of like balance the two. Like find fiber that's maybe not so high or how to work it in or stack it or whatever, however to do it. So I'm not like overeating just because I'm adding like fiber rich stuff to my diet. But that was my only issue. But
another influencer I like to follow is they just call her the dense bean salad girl. Have you guys heard of her?
yeah, I've heard of the dense bean salad. Yeah.
So I love these, and I do sometimes make some of those, and I just put them in little mason jars just for the week as well. But it's like she normally has like a couple types of beans. She makes like a dressing that lasts all week. Some vegetables. She's got some with chicken, some with steak, like different flavor profiles, and they're delicious. I love them. I made them for dinner once, and my husband and one of my kids didn't like it because they're like, "Why would you cut up a steak and put dressing over it, mix it in with beans?" They were sad that I ruined their steak, but I liked it a lot. So
That's too funny. They're
like,
you've disgraced the cow.
they're like, next time just serve the steak by itself and serve that on the side. I'm like, next time you can cook dinner.
Yeah. I think I could probably substitute the carb for beans. But again, I know, like you said, you weren't really counting calories and you lost weight, just tracking protein and fiber. But maybe I'm trying to cut. I'm trying to cut more calories, I guess. So, but I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You will. And I think it's like everything in life is a little bit of like trial and error. Yeah. Like, let's figure out how it works
for me.
Yeah. Because everyone's body is different. So it is like you were saying about, and 25 is the minimum recommended by, the health organizations, but everybody is different. Everybody's at a different place. So I think a big part of this challenge was like, look at what you're doing, try to do better,
Yeah.
So like, and I think a lot of us who eat more like fruits and vegetables regularly, I eat a lot of beans and stuff anyhow. And I was like, oh, I'm fine on fiber. And then I was like, maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
I think that was
another thing. Have you guys heard about the bean protocol?
No.
Okay. It's supposed to like clear your skin. So people have a lot of acne or eczema or skin issues. You just eat a ton, like a shit ton of beans, and people put them in their smoothies to make them thicker. They eat so many beans, and it's supposed to because I guess it's supposed to help remove. Yeah, it's supposed to detox. I haven't tried this because it's a lot of beans.
I was going to say, would it work the same if you're just adding like fiber?
I don't know.
Just the beans or is it the fiber?
I don't know. It's kind of fascinating, but like there's a lot of like love for fiber and for beans online, and I get it. So
that's hilarious. There's big bean,
big bean love, big love.
Over.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm about it. I like beans, but it's like I think it's just not a meal that I grew up eating, really. So it's not one that's in my brain for like, oh, let's make beans for. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's.
Yeah, the beans we ate were baked beans, and they're probably not on the healthy.
Yeah,
item
well, it's the same as the kidney beans. You just covered them with sugar. So.
Yeah,
It made them good.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say out of like the nutrition components of this challenge, I think being mindful about fiber and upping that was like the biggest change for me. And I think in a good way. I think this was something I enjoyed, and it's something I'm not tracking it at the moment, but I think I'm like, oh, maybe I'm not getting enough fiber anymore. So I'm going to go back to tracking it for, maybe another 4 weeks, and just to get in a better habit of making sure I'm mindful about getting enough fiber.
That's been the big thing for me, is just being mindful. Because I think I kind of was like, oh, I eat fruits and vegetables during the day. I mean, not tons at all, but it's still in the mix. Like, and I was like, oh, it's not even close to cutting it. Like, that was very surprising.
And then we hear 25 is the minimum. You're like, that's a lot. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'd get our like little broccoli out, and it'd be like three.
I know.
I'm sorry. You need to you are just green. Like what? It's you're furry at the top. Like, why are you not
should be
more?
all fiber.
What else are you providing if you're not providing fiber? I just
Vitamins.
didn't understand.
Yeah.
Like, you look like a broom. You should be cleaning out my intestines as you go through. Still mad. But yeah. So.
Yeah. So another way of kind of like you said, I mean, it felt like an overwhelming kind of goal. Not overwhelming. I just wasn't able to reach it as easily, I guess, as some of the other goals. One, I guess, thought process, like you guys said, is just do better than what you did before. And one thing is kind of like maybe just make sure you have one of the fiber-rich things as a part of every meal.
I like that.
So it's like you're not really tracking, but make sure you get a vegetable and fruit or a bean or something in every meal.
I like that.
If you're in a calorie deficit because you're trying to lose weight, the goals might be different than if you're in a maintained status. Because you're not going to be able to do both of those things. But eventually, if you stay with the calorie deficit, you'll get where you want to stop, and then you'll be able to just maintain, and then you can get back to that.
I think you can do both.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, I think I have. Like, I think you can. I think it's hard, but I think,
and I haven't really gotten into the routine of using like the psyllium husk and stuff like that, like these additional kind of supplements. So maybe, like you said, just kind of figure out a way to make it work. Or I can just be happy with, I had a fruit with my breakfast, or I had a vegetable with lunch, and I had a vegetable with dinner.
That's such a good piece of advice. Like, try to have, like, just like we think about our protein, like you can't wait and have all your protein at one meal, because you won't get enough. So with the fiber too, like it seems like we're not getting a lot, but if we just make sure we're mindful about having fiber-rich food at each meal, I think that will go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, I think you probably said it at the beginning, but I have forgotten. Why is this important for menopause? Or is it not? Or is it just healthy diet?
Yeah, I think it's healthy diet overall. But as we enter menopause, we have menopause weight gain. It's a huge deal. So this is a great way to combat that. And then, your cardiovascular health as you get older. So this helps that. So I think.
And insulin resistance is huge.
So me personally, I know my blood sugar gets crazy. So anything I can do to help maintain that is great. So I think these are all general health stuff, but health issues that become more common and more prevalent during perimenopause and menopause.
Awesome. I love it. But yeah, it's definitely
here's the
woke me
healthy
up.
poop, girls.
Yeah,
I love it.
Good poops.